days should be shortened. Exactly. Go back up to 20. It says, but pray ye that your flight be not in the winter. We got a good example of their flight being in the winter with Texas, but everything was cut off. They couldn't use no heat, no electricity. People had ice sickles hanging from their chandeliers. We don't want that, you know. We want to make it at least to the summertime for the hell break loose. But if it's gonna break loose, it's gonna break loose regardless, you know. And verse 21. But then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no nor ever shall be. Exactly, there's going to be great tribulation coming on this earth. That's why the so-called white man is preparing. He's preparing for that fight against Yahushua. That's why they got a thing called the Space Force. Under Donald Trump, they came with the newest branch of the military, which is the sixth branch called the Space Force. They're preparing for that fight against Yahushua, man. That war in heaven, that's what it's called, the Bible. You know? We begin. Then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. So we about to see more bloodshed than any other time in history. And that's exactly why they gearing up for what they gearing up for, man. You know, World War III, martial law, famine, pestilence. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh should be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days should be saved. Exactly. That's why the days are so short. The days are getting shorter and shorter by the year. It seems like we're probably in it feels like a 16-hour day now, if you ask me. You know, when I was a kid, days used to take forever.
Man,
now the days are getting shorter and shorter. That's biblical. They tell you in the Bible that the Lord is going to shorten the days for the elect's sake. So it's all for the elect.
You notice that, right? That time is speeding up. Did you notice why? In the Bible. No, even all scientists, they will admit to you that time is speeding up. They even consider changing a minute to 99 seconds because they know that time just
They said a minute to 59 seconds.
50.
Yeah.
Well, I was tripping. So, but it's like they can't figure out why. They say, oh, it's global. That's not it. Oh, I don't know. Maybe the stars. That's not. They don't know why. It's because the Lord doing it. It's for His people.
They're gonna blame it on COVID. Blame it on COVID.
Yeah. Time is speeding. That's the Lord at work right there. He's speeding up time, and that actually makes the society fall even quicker because these little holidays that they're supposed to celebrate, those are actually they get exposed every day now. Every holiday they get exposed for the true wickedness because believe it or not, all the holidays you celebrate, they have a dark history to them, and it's really the celebration of the downfall of our people. Thanksgiving, it's literally the slaughter of the Native American Indians. Okay, and if you look at history, it was literally 3 days they celebrated. They celebrated 3 days of killing Native American Indians. It was George Washington who said we're going to make it into one day. But people make you think, oh, it's a day of getting together with the family. No, you go to the source, it was rejoicing of them killing our people. Christmas, that's literally the celebrating
Christ's Massacre.
Christ's Massacre. Yeah. The 4th of July. 4th of July, they say, oh, that's when America got its independence. 1776 is on the back of your dollars. But our people was in slavery. So we weren't free at that time. So that was them celebrating their independence. That's why that song, which is why you get in trouble if you take a kneel, the Star Spangled Banner by Sandy Ray. In the lyrics itself, it tell you that nobody could there was nothing that could stop us, not even a slave or something like that. So that song was made while we were in slavery. There's nothing for us to rejoice in. We actually have our own holidays that we're supposed to keep. Our people just don't know about. Oh yeah, I'll tell you about one that's about to come up. The Passover. Just get what I tell you to get.
Revelations 3.
Hold that, but you can get Exodus chapter 12.
Is the Passover yearly?
It is. Passover is yearly. I'm gonna have them read some of it. Yep. Like we were in the land of Egypt for 400 years, approximately 430 years, serving slavery under the Egyptians, which the Egyptians today are actually so-called Africans. Okay, we had one dark nation and another dark nation in slavery. When we were delivered, when Moses came through the power of the Lord, delivered us, and we walked through the water and the sea. On that night, okay, Most High smote the Egyptians. You know about the 10 plagues, you heard about the 10 plagues. The last plague he smote them with was that he took all their firstborns. The The Lord said, once I smote these Egyptians with these firstborns, they're gonna cry and wail, and they're gonna tell you guys to get the hell out, right? And that's when they're gonna let y'all go. But we were given a set of duties. Sorry, Exodus chapter 12. We were given a set of duties to do before that happened. When he went over, the Lord said, "I'm gonna send my angel over to smite, the firstborns or whatever. But then I'm gonna come over Israel, and anybody who didn't have the blood of the lamb that you were supposed to smite on your doorpost, you would be destroyed too. But if you had the blood on your doorpost, you were saved." And we also had to eat lamb during that day, and some bitter herbs as well. All that is symbolic for what the Lord did for us. That's what the holidays represent. What the Lord did for us in our history. You got that?
This is Exodus chapter 12 and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, "This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you."
And that's another thing. During the Passover, that was the beginning of that month. It's the beginning of the new year. Contrary to popular belief, people believe January is the beginning of the new year. That's false. It's actually during the springtime. It can vary because time itself is really based off of the moon. People don't know, but if you read Genesis 1, it's based off the moon. On your calendar, it'll tell you the moon cycles. If you look up the lunar calendar, that's really our calendar. We didn't have a calendar back there nailed to a tree and said, okay, today's Tuesday, tomorrow's Wednesday. We didn't have that. We call it the first day, the second day, the third day. That's how we do it. First day of the third month, the second day of this month. The first month, okay, the 15th day, that's why you're supposed to keep Passover. You can keep reading a little bit.
Verse 3, "Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month, then Salakia, they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your account for the lamb. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the